It's the Wolfman. 90% of the people on here have no fucking idea who the Wolfman is. Yeah, Wolfman Jack. Yeah. Not really the Wolfman, I'm just not saying that. It's the Wolfman Jack died a long time. Alright, fine. There's nobody here. I got to do this shit. Nobody's here. What? It's telling me host wasn't here too, and that's telling me I was hosting Claire, but then it told me I was hosting Pink Eye Epoxy. That makes no sense. This shit don't make no sense. Alright, let's see here. Important things. Then we'll get to all the bullshit. I had done this on my YouTube channel. I want to make sure I get this through here as well. But when I uploaded the last episode, I don't know, I'm doing this when the video's here, but whatever. There's my channel. That's all the description stuff and all that stuff. So I always wanted to give mad love to I'm going to get this right one of these days. Menaceart Man. I think that's right. Is that right? Menaceart Man. As well as Jenny Joe 94, El Pato 69, Kelly OK, Melanie WWW, La Tia Alice, Loco Juan 02, El Negru, Mr. Capu GC, I'm guessing it's Divinex, Orza PBE, and Pokemos 2. Mad love to you guys. I really appreciate the love from last episode. I know everybody was trying to get me to say stupid shit in Spanish. As I said, I'm not opposed to saying stupid shit. I say it all the time. I'll just look up what it is first. Man, that stream was blowing up, man. Chat last night was fucking going crazy. I am opening up a fresh tube, and I have no need to open up this fresh tube yet. Right, let's squeeze that a little bit out. I still have a little bit of this. I'm so distracted. I'm so warm with love from last time, man. That was huge. 10 followers and one stream for me is just fucking gigantic. I had no fucking clue. And look, I have no belief whatsoever. I'm not. Dumb enough to believe that I'll have another thing like that in quite some time, but I appreciate it madly, and truth be told, just like being back on the stream after today. Today sucked. I won't lie. Today sucked balls. I'm just trying to get everything ready here. Like today really sucked balls. I can't even explain it enough. Make sure my media's down. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't just say today. Yesterday sucked pretty big balls too. Yesterday I got my ass kicked all day at work, and right before I'm done, I get a text from my mother talking about how my wife was in an accident and she was going to be late. The plus is I've been able to work from home before, and so I was actually working from home yesterday. Tell my boss, shh, don't tell nobody. I told him today, I told him last night, I was like, well, now I have to. I literally have to work from home because my wife needs my car. Because her car, did get really fucked up. She got sideswiped a little bit, but it blew out her tire. And so she had to take my car into work. She's going to have to until I get the tire fixed or replaced. Which is probably going to happen soon. We're just waiting really on the... I don't want to do this with the brush. This is a new brush too. That's a nice new brush, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty. Size 2, if anybody's wondering. think sable hair. I'm not sure. Probably synthetic sable hair. But nobody makes real sable hairs anymore. Let's see something. But so yeah, yesterday sucked, and then today at work, like, well, I was here, but it was at work, working. I just got my ass handed to me again, and it's going to be that way probably all week, and this is not getting any better anytime soon, and so it's going to be a while, weeks and weeks and weeks of getting my ass kicked, and I'm really getting tired. Also got bad news today that I did not get the Harpo Foundation grant that I had applied for, so that sucks too. So I'm very happy to be back on the stream. Just thinking about last streams, like how good that one went. So here's hoping this one goes as well. Because I mean, like last time we got the drawing done, we got the underpainting done, like crazy amounts of viewers. Thanks to Menaceart. I'm gonna get that fucking man. Gonna get it. Again, mad love to him. Mad thanks. I made you a VIP if you're catching into this, man. So, now that I was able to do that. I got you, I got my buddy Mike, I got AWOL213, because they host me, so I was like, hey, people that host me, use these VIPs. That's how it works. Alright, I probably could have gone with cerulean blue and like just lighten that up a little bit, getting ready to mix the sky color in here. But what I wanted to do is I wanted it to have, like, cerulean has a little tint of green in it, like a real little tint of green, and I wanted to make sure that that was more in the seascape than it was in the sky. So if you look at this thing, there's definitely I think there's more, you can see a little bit more green in the sea. East Coast sea, man, it's just the way it is. It's just, especially, Northeast Coast sea. I think this is down Delaware. Pretty sure it's Delaware. So my ex-wife and her family have like a little trailer down there or whatever. Go to the beach. Alright, that looks pretty good. So we're just going to slap that up there. Put some up there so that's something to work with. I'll hit my hats. I bled a little bit, that's alright. So if anybody here got good news, please share it. I love good news. Good news will make me happy. Anybody get grants? I tried for grants. I haven't gotten them yet. I'll share a little good news. I do have a little bit. I actually was able to pull off, and I don't know how I did it. I'm like shocked. I was playing a little bit of Rocket League before I got on here, and I actually got up to Platinum 3 Division 1 finally in my standards. Standard 3-on-3. I'm so psyched for that. That makes me so happy. I've been after Plat 3, and I mean, it's not a big ranking, I know. It's not. Anybody who plays Rocket League a lot knows that it's like, hey, congratulations, you're average. But still. If I could just touch once. Like, just get a little boob squeeze in of the Diamond 1, I'd be fucking amazed. And to think, I actually had uninstalled the game earlier this year. I had no intention of playing ranked today, but I kept having, like, in the unranked, if anybody plays Rocket League, or if you don't know, I should say, if you don't play Rocket League, here's how it works. If you play the unranked versions, what they end up doing is they just sort of slap you in with any match that's going on. It may not be the start of a match. And it kept slapping me into matches where the team I was being put on was losing like 5-2 or 5-0 with 30 seconds left. It's like, well, I can't do anything in this game. Fuck this. Boom, and bounced out. So I got a little frustrated. I was like, all right, fine. Ranked, they start you start the game, So at least this way I was like, at least I start with a 0-0 and I can work off of that. Like I said, I kicked the ass. That was the only good highlight for the past 2 days. This kind of sucks. Someone to watch over me. I'm going to try to paint with a little more fire. I've been, a little slower. But the last few paints have been going pretty quick. I'm hoping that's a trend. Get there. I'll say this. The other day, I was able, during my lunch break, to come out here. I actually took photos of the last painting we just did, the tree roots over there. Right above that corner. And the painting before that, the trees by I-95. And got a third one. Oh, the Zen Garden I never got a shot of. So I got good photos of those. Made prints out of those, and coffee cups and whatever the hell else I could out of what's the place? Society 6. So if anyone's interested, society6.com/Menaceart is my store. It's got, like I said, coffee cups, mugs, travel mugs. What else? I got all sorts of goofy shit. Clocks, bath mats, all sorts of nutty shit. Some of them I put up just because I think they're funny. I put up a self-portrait up there for all this stuff, but my intention for it was not actually to actually sell it to anybody. I was hoping to make my daughter's boyfriend think that I was going to buy him a full set, because when he lived with his mother, he had his room was in the basement. He had his own bathroom and everything. So I was going to make him think I was going to get a whole set of bath towels and a bath mat, and if they had a toilet seat cover, I would have put it on there too. Just anything with my face, like that, And add insult to injury, the self-portrait was done at a time when I was not feeling really... it's about this time of year, and usually this time of year is bad. I get very... I guess seasonal. Yeah. I mean, I'm depressed. I have normal major depressive disorder, but the season don't help. Let's put it that way. And, the number of bad things that happened last year, too, and we're approaching a date that I'm not a very big fan of in January. And so I know that's coming and it starts to affect me and all that fun shit. So anyway, the self-portrait was not done under great conditions, and so I was it's a very ugly self-portrait. The colors are harsh and, contrasting like heavily, very green in it. The background's like very like Rothko-esque. It's very like, so I was like, it'd have been an ugly portrait to have all, you know. I'm sure he wouldn't put it up in the. Should have been like, thanks, throw in a fire. But I decided not to do it to him. But I wanted to think I was going to. My daughter and I were both. Yes, my daughter, his girlfriend. Were making him think that that's what was happening. Get this nice thick bass down. Then as I look into that sky, I just sounded very Mr. Anderson, sorry. If my voice starts to go, by the way, I do apologize. Like I said, I got my ass kicked today, which means I was getting phone calls, and my last phone call today, I quite literally had to explain to a customer how days work, and that's not a joke. They asked when this thing was going to ship. I said, oh well, these are stocked items. Best route means they'll ship out of the plant within 1 to 2 business days. And they said, so when will it ship? Well, you placed the order yesterday. So when will it ship? By tomorrow, latest. It's 1 to 2 business days. So go to place it yesterday, go out by the end of the day tomorrow. Okay, so when will I get it? I think you guys, and I looked it up on you guys. So you guys are 2 business days. So when will I get it? Whoo! Okay, well, let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday, so Friday is a business day. And so then that means that Monday would be a business day. So you would have it by Monday or Tuesday. Okay, let's see. So, okay. I'll have that 1 to 2 business days. Okay, so. Okay, wait, it won't be Saturday or Sunday? No, business days. Regular business. My customers would drown if they looked up during a rainstorm. I don't know if you're one of my customers watching this. I'm totally meaning someone else, and it's not you. I want the terribly named flesh tint. I hate this name. I hate that name almost as much as I hate Indian Red. So click that thing, biatch. Alright. I like this new brush. Hopefully it doesn't fray. I bought one of these before. I'm hoping this one does not fray like the other one did. The other was a I believe it was a flat. It was just a round, but still, it's almost worse if it happens to be round. This is going this guy too. I'm not too concerned if this gets a little blue in there. Some pink clouds in the sky. Can't tell if there are clouds actually. Look at the picture. Champ, where'd you go? Champ. What the shit? I'm sitting on the chair. Usually when I sit on someone's face, it's a good time. Anyway, I hope there are no children watching. If there are children watching, your parents have failed you. If there are adults watching, my parents failed me. Clearly. Anyway. It's a joke, Mom. She may be watching. I was gonna say, I'm not even sure if they're like really clouds in the distance or just like flickers in the lighting. Kind of can happen sometimes. I think they're all like very distant clouds. So. Other things to say. I'm trying to keep things like where I can because, like I said, work sucks and it's sucking more and more again. And it seems to suck at the end of the year every year, but and it won't get better ever. But it'll lessen a little bit usually by March. So I got that to look forward to. Considering the one job that said that I was still in the running for a new position, not here, like not at this company at all. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I have not heard back from him in like a month. They said they'd let me know either way, but they haven't let me know either way. So maybe it's still open. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll share good news from other people that I heard. I'm a big fan of him on YouTube. I don't really get to watch his Twitch streams because they're always late at night. But congratulations to John Sandman and his wife for the baby girl along the way. I'll give you a little bit of a fair warning, John. Girls tend to generally, at least in my experience, be easier in the younger years. Good effing luck in teenage years, bud. But seriously, congrats. Who else? There's something else. I'm trying to think of like anything of people I follow on Instagram or YouTube and shit that I've seen. Just because stuff to keep positive. Happy birthday to the violinist Hilary Hahn. That was yesterday, I think. Right? Yeah. So happy birthday. Okay, none of these people ever see this shit, so I don't care about it. So it's trying to keep me. I gotta be in a good place here. Perfect life. A brand new car and a brand new suit. I even got me a little wife. But wherever I've gone, well, I'm sure to find myself there. You can run all your life, but not go anywhere. Take away, take away, take away this ball and chain. Well, I'm sick and I'm tired and I can't take any more pain. Take away, till it turns again. I didn't like that one all the way. Gonna lighten it up a little bit. Take away this ball and chain. This is a long dead horse, but I'll say this just because I'm listening to them. Yeah, I used to work for the Phillies from 2010 through to actually the 2017 season. And while there, one of my son's favorite players was Raul Ibanez when he came to play this. Primarily because my son was very little and he just heard us all go Raul, and he just Ibanez, and he just thought it was fun. Anyway, he was very little, but anyway, Raul, when he came to us especially, was a really great addition. And my first year, yeah, I think it was 2010. He'd gone through a slump, and he switched his intro music, at least at the Phillies, to Social Distortion. I don't remember what song it is now, unfortunately. Might have been Ball and Chain. But I don't think it was. I think it was another one. I can't think. I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. But the thing is, his went on a streak, man. He was killing it. And then he went back to this old song, and he stopped killing it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Raul? Put the fucking Social Distortion back on, dumbass. You don't turn that music shit off until you hit the bad streak, right? I mean, I'm not one into, again, believing in superstitions or any of that type of bullshit. And some people might think, oh, you're wearing your hat. Truth be told, I say sometimes, oh, I'm wearing a hat to be lucky. Now, I have terrible hair today because of my headset. But so when you see it, usually it's a bad hair day. But I do believe in, like, psych up music. Like, you know, it's not necessarily a superstition so much as, like, I'm going to crank some shit up and get, my brain's going. Like, before I start the stream, usually I always listen to something very loud. My wife complains every time. I can hear it up here! My friends know that's a perfect, absolute perfect impression. It's not. If she watched this, I'd never get sex again. Anyway, no, she'd be like, no! Not until you stop making up stories. But she does complain about it sometimes. She does hear it. But it's like always like something like, you know, like today again, I'm trying to keep, like I said, shake the bad day off. Put on a little, who was it? Shite. Who the hell was it? Oh, this doesn't fuck me up. Let's see here. I know the song's Zion Train, but I can't think of who it is. It's not Bob Marley's. It's, let's go back to the cold one. Go, girl, work the cold one. Go, girl, work the cold one. Yo, what up for shit? Let's get one play clear. Jacure, that's it. Zion Train Rhythm. That's what it is. Degrees in a colada. Need a whole lot of them fruit drinks to catch me a buzz. I must tell you I'm the Kool-Aid kid. When you serve my drink, please stick it in the fridge. Cause I like cold beverage, yeah. I like cold beverage, yeah. I'm kind of thirsty. Alright. I like cold beverage, yeah. I'm trying to get that for kids. I'm trying to. Alright, let's go. Actually, I'm not going to put it up. I just want to shift that sky up a little bit more. It's kind of. Come talk to me again when you got Funkin' Teleki back into my goddamn mix, you piece of shit. Put that up first. And I'm going to be like, again, very much trying to like live blend this, just and not being too consistent. It's not going to be like, oh, over here is all dark and this is going to be like, you know, I'm not trying to make it look like stormy clouds or anything like that. This is just sort of giving it some, like, because if the light's fucking with your eyes a little bit when you're. Just give it some chunk. We'll probably go back into a few spots and put the other blue back on top. But just give it some. And look, I'll bet dollars to donuts you guys probably will not see this on this camera. A little bit. Maybe a little bit. Okay. But some of these, a good number of these brush strokes you won't see. You'll see like where I did put it a little extra dark, but not much. So that's why I gotta find somewhere to actually show my pieces. And I swear to God, if I get another goddamn invite for like one of these like pay to show type bullshit things, oh my God, I'm gonna snap on these people soon. I just got one today, but their MO is they don't charge you per se to show, but you're required to buy X number of tickets and sell those to make your money back. See, they're not charging you. You'll make your money back. Sure. And then you also get whatever sales, minus their commissions. Go fuck yourselves. I have a couple leads I gotta just start calling on. But they always get you too the first day. They play, like, it's like they're always named in something that reminds me of something else I've seen, like a legit gallery or something. And it's like, oh, like, sweet, because this is in Philly and I know this place and I can get, if I get something here, like I'm back in like the, like, my buddy Mike and I talked about one time how I'm like really, I'm way out from the Philly art scene now. I'm not in it. I'm not a part of it, unfortunately. Not to say I'm not a Philly artist. I mean, don't go, I guess. But you know, my base and my training was all in Philly. Yeah, so I still consider myself a Philadelphia artist. Two shows? I think I had 2 shows in the city. I think so. Anyway. Years and years ago. I'm talking about college years. But, so it's like, you know, every now and then, like I said, it reminds me of something. I'm like, oh, I want to get in that because it'll be, like, cool again. I'll be, like, back in there. And it's like, oh, wait, this is not them. This is one of those. Oh. From what I can gather, too, and I think it's probably based on the whole, you know, when I was younger and showing and stuff, you know, back in college, and just out of college, there wasn't as many of these things because I think, you know, yeah, it was the internet. Like now, it's such a big thing. Everybody's all over the internet. I swear to God, every goddamn I could post a photo of like the back of my knee, and there's 2 followers I have on Instagram that literally will post the exact same message. Wow, amazing! Hey, if you want to be featured, follow the link in our bio. And it's like, you have to pay like $6 to show your piece once on their site or something. It's like, go pound sand. I started deleting the comments because it's just like, I'm tired of it. It's like, but that shit's like such a plague now, and it's really a plague. If you guys are into art, don't do that shit. Do not. I responded to him once. I was like, thank you very much. I don't pay to show my artwork somewhere else. You know, like, you're either going to show it or you're not. If I have to pay you, you're automatically telling me that if I drew a circle right here, just a line, and a little arm, and a little arm, and a little leg, you'll show that fucking painting. That's what you're telling me. And it's like, ow, off my head. And I'm sure that sounded great to you guys. What? No. What? No, cancel that. No, cancel that. No, cancel it. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing here? There we go. The one downside of this computer, the touchpad is like kind of all one thing. So sometimes you're trying to click, you know, the left button, but it sort of thinks, oh, are you touching the right button? No, I'm not touching the right button. You're touching the right button? No, I'm not touching the right button. Oh, you're just moving the mouse. No, I'm not moving the mouse. I'm trying to click the button. FYI, do not play the game House Flipper with your mouse touchpad, because that will not work very well. Get a separate mouse. And the flames, man. Ew, that just leaked all over there? Ew. I'm expecting to be like bleeding oil. I should use that one because I left over some here too. I'm gonna rely on this brush a lot this time because March. I didn't lose you guys, did I? My mic just fell. I'm not the mic rig. Or input, whatever. No, because this thing's got to be beaten into submission, yeah. As much as I tend to think of myself, usually, as I'm an artist, but I tend to think of myself in a very scientific way. I believe, you know, I don't have faith in religions. I don't have any of that type of stuff. I don't really believe in superstitions. I don't have belief in cryptozoology or that craziness. Like, though I do host a Facebook page, our search of Bigfoot or lack thereof. Me and my buddy Jeff, who every now and then, I mean, the thing gets updated like once every like 4 months. We're like, still haven't found them. Yeah, it's definitely not been in my backyard. I know that, you know. Like, it's that type of stuff. We literally will say like, I was at Walmart, didn't see him there. You know. Which is a lie, because I'd never go to Walmart. Seriously, the one near here can burn in hell for all I care. Anyways, I digress. But anyway, I do have this weird, like when it comes to, and it's specific to painting equipment. Like I feel like it's a lot like if you have like, everybody's got that one fork or spoon or knife or whatever. It's usually a fork or spoon because you use this more, I think. That you just don't like. Do you know what I mean? Like you get through the drawer and you're, and you feel it in your hand. You go, fuck, this is not the spoon I wanted. It's like it doesn't match the rest of the set for whatever reason. It's something you got from your grandmother's collection when she passed, or it's something you have left over from your college days. You keep it because one day you're going to be behind on your dishes or whatever, and you're gonna need that spoon. And whatever, and then you get to me like, fuck, I didn't want this fucking thing. Not today, Anyway, it's like that. Like there's brushes that I have that's like, you guys are definitely my B team. Like, you're there when I want to mix something and I don't want to mess up the brush I'm working with, or you're there when I want to like, need to scrape something off of, that's what you're there for. And I mean, I have brushes that are literally the exact same size, same shape, sometimes same manufacturer, and it's like, I never get good results out of them from like the one. Hey, hello, be little with me. How are you? Finally, someone's talking, so I gotta stop prattling on like a moron. Sorry, I literally just think of stupid shit. So until someone starts talking. How is your night going, or day? I don't know where you are. For me, it's night. It's very late. Well, not very late. It's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Holding up. Today was a shit day at my work, but I'm in the studio, so it's good now, I'm back here. Where it feels natural. So it's late there, right? You guys are 5 hours ahead of me? Is it like... Or more, you may be more, right? Or, hold on, I'm trying to think. Don't tell me. Let's see. I don't want to look it up either. I'm going to try to figure this out. I checked on my buddy Mike. God, you might be 8 hours, right? Yeah, I was going to say, okay. Yeah. Holy shit. Well, thank you for spending your very early AM with me. You just up to be up, or? Okay, you're night owl. Okay. I naturally fall into a night owl once I'm not, like, if I take a day off, or I shouldn't say take a day off, like, if I take a week off, it's like, oh, I'm up till 1, 2 in the morning. Like, I'm not as bad as that anymore. It depends, I guess. If I'm on vacation with my family, no, come on. Nothing wrong with having a few drinks. Just don't legitimately become dependent on it. I can tell you that. I mean, I came damn close to alcoholism about 2 years ago, so. It was legitimately, like, I end up, I had a breakdown, that I ironically ended up stopping it. Oh, I know. That's the problem. I guess I've said on here a few times, like, I have trouble finding people that legitimately paint. There's lots of illustrators that like to do like anime, and there's a lot of people, and I don't want to sweat them. Like there's a lot of people obviously like that stuff. There's a lot of people that, but it's a lot of digital painting. The few I found have been pretty cool. I like Pink Eye Poxy. If you haven't seen her, she does a lot of bang up portraits. They're really nice. I usually end up rating her if she's live when I leave here. But the it's like the creative, or it's not creative anymore, I guess, channel. Like the they divided up like arts and crafts and all that stuff now. But when it was just creative, it was like, damn, man, it was hard to find. Just looking at creative, to find someone painting or drawing something that wasn't anime or comic books, So yeah, I mean, I wish it was more of, and I guess it's kind of hard in the anime field or whatever, but like more people doing original stuff. It's like we're finding something. Like there's new ways to do it. I guess I don't know. It's like it's the way I'm thinking. It's like there's, instead of just always doing like I'm terrible with anime stuff. Like I know like a few Mononoke and like Studio Ghibli stuff, and then Pokemon and stuff. But instead of like always copying like those same old characters or whatever, it's like, I don't know, show me something real. Something, and I can understand the risk of that too. Like you don't want to be like showing out your personal like creations before you really have a lock on them. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it's a cheap sell. Let's put it that way. I could become very popular painting portraits of celebrities or something like that. I'd prefer it if it was. Yeah, I don't like doing portraits to begin with, but it's like I prefer it to be someone here, or at least that I know. So, yeah, I have a few. Like I have I have a bunch of Ghibli stuff. I mean, we've got now Mononoke. I think we have Spirited Away. We have. I think we have Ponyo now. We have a handful of them because my youngest daughter got into them. My oldest daughter had a bunch, but then she moved out, which was 22. But I said that quietly. Anyway, so some of them were replacements that she had taken away. I have like one or two that are not Ghibli. Like I have a movie called X. I got years and years ago, but a buddy of mine gave it to me in 99. I think it was 1999. So it's an old one. And there were shows like Cowboy Bebop I dug whenever I could catch it on or something like that, but yeah, it was just X. I think the US version of it was called X2000 or something like that. It got a US release. Where I get a little weird with my anime, like, or I shouldn't just say anime, but my foreign films in general, I tend to watch them in their native language with the subtitles. So, I have like, it's like my Kurosawa films, Seven Samurai or whatever, any of them. I watch all in Japanese. My wife drives her nuts. She'll come downstairs and she says, "Oh, you know that I don't speak it at all." I've tried, but I can't pick it up. I just don't have time to focus on it, and it drives her up the wall. But I find myself, I like the idea that the director of whatever movie it is, the real director, not the person transitioning it, like they directed it in that language. So the action, the acting, all that stuff is going to be in that language better than it's going to be in it's translated into English. No matter what what happens in it, there's no way that I feel you're ever going to get a better a better sense of what, I guess the legitimately point of the actor, So I figured I can read. I can, Is it Rashomon? Is that what you said? Exactly. It's how it was intended. So I figure, it's not that inconvenient to me. I could just go ahead and read it. You know what I really like to read? I heard about it. I just bought it without watching it, and then I ended up I loved it. It was Ikiru. It's not necessarily the older, it's more in, I guess, the 50s Japan, but where it takes place, or 40s or whatever. But it was it's a really good movie. A man, literally on his way to death. If he finds out he's got cancer, he's gonna die, and he just kind of goes, I'm gonna live. It's a really nice little flick. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it highly. And I like putting on Dreams on occasion. Kurosawa's Dreams is great, just because it's like, if I don't have the time to watch the whole movie, it's like, all right, I can watch, just this one clip, or you can break it up like that, which is always nice. Because my schedule's shit, so it's like if I get 20 minutes to watch something, it's like, all right, I can, Village of the Windmills. Yeah, it's Ikiru. Yeah, Ikiru. That's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. And it's Kurosawa again. It's, What else does It's funny too, because my son does watch some more give me some movies, because my brain doesn't work quite like it used to. Like literally after that breakdown, it does not work properly. So there's stuff I might have forgotten. I know I've seen something, I can't think of what it is. What is it? I know I've seen something. Shit, what did I say? I was looking at like a few quick list, and I'm not seeing what It's been a while. It's been a long time. Again, you have to keep in mind, Seventh Seal, that's the one I've seen. I know that. I think Nostalgia is one. It's been a very long time, I know that. And like I said, pretty much since my wife and I moved in together, maybe like a year after that, because I got laid off of that one for a while, but I've been working almost 2 jobs, like up until about the past 2 years. So my schedule for watching movies and stuff, has literally been next to nil for almost 15. Well, no, so we moved in together 2 years before we got married, so almost 17 years. And usually when I have time, it's like I end up falling back onto. I'm trying not to cover up that. Onto like old favorites, so it'll end up being like something like Ron or something just junk foody, and I'm a comic book fan, so comic book movies, something just like comfort food, so to speak. So if it's something I haven't purchased yet, it's usually something that, I don't know, if I don't do that, I end up scrolling through Netflix for 7 or 8 hours, and then I never end up picking anything. Yes, I lovingly and have repeatedly, for a very, very long time, consider myself his apprentice. separated by a couple hundred, by 100 years or so, a little over now. I'm working on something will take me a little bit. It'll still use the color ideas. The brush stroke would vanish. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. I've been trying to work on something that I just don't know how to translate it into color. It works black and white. Color-wise, I can't get anything. I know, it's just, but that's it. You sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's just like, and then it's like, oh, fuck it, I can't find that. Because it's so loaded down with garbage. But the hat itself is from the Philadelphia Museum of Art? Yeah. I don't remember which Van Gogh show it was from. There was a Van Gogh show back in 2000 or 2001. And I bought the hat. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to have this, man. And as far as I can tell, I'm the only person that ever bought this hat. But it's cool because, the... What are you saying? You got it? I was going to say, because I got my oils. It is oils. No. This, I don't know if I can get in there to show it. Like, this part's thin. And this is all my underpainting shit. This is me just trying to get rid of the white canvas. This is getting much thicker. It's usually a building process, though. Like, since this is thick, it's not as thick as it'll probably end up being up here in the dog. No, I don't use watercolors very often. I usually end up, they tend to be like my reserve for if I'm fighting something really badly, color-wise, and I can't quite figure it out. I might do like a little watercolor, more like a block sketch. It won't even be like where I'll worry about details. It'll be, trying this tone or that tone. Just try and get it to find that balance. A friend of mine once described a lot of my paintings, especially when I end up using white. It gets so thick sometimes, and it looks like icing. So. Oh, I know. I've never been able to figure out how to quite get it as thick as he did and still maintain control. I'd love to get up to the Van Gogh Museum. God, I'd love to get to that museum. The closest I've ever gotten was there was a show called Van Gogh's that came here in the U.S. In 98. No. Maybe? Yeah, it might have been 98. I know. And the funny thing was I had tried to do something quite as thick as that. Legitimately, it was I went through... I was doing it was a still life with lemon, so I went through about 3 tubes, at 200 milliliters each, 3 or 4, and the painting is so thick and heavy that the canvas falls in on itself. So like, as if you just tilt the canvas back, it just floop in, or you tilt it forward, it floop out. Like it's really kind of disgusting, to be honest. It's just, oh my God, I've been using the wrong color in there. That's alright. That's actually worked out pretty well. Reflect the sky. As I've been using the cobalt blue mixture. Other than this really one. But, it's pretty thick usually. And like I said, I'll build on it. And that's, I think, where part of my problem used to be, is I'd always try to do it in one shot. And it occurred to me that if you really pay attention to a lot of Vincent's stuff, he actually did build and build and build. He'll talk about in some of his letters how he was going back and forth to a specific location to paint it a few times. And he legitimately was talking about one painting, because there's, like if you look at that specific thing he's talking about, there's only one shot of it. There's only one thing. It's not one of the ones that he did multiple times. So I think now that I've actually been forced to slow down. I used to try to always do something like do a painting like 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it was, and it's like, and I would do them, but I feel like they were never quite. The stuff I'm doing now, it feels. Obviously, you always feel like the stuff you're doing now is better, but I feel like there's a better sense of what I actually want to always get out of it, rather than sometimes it's just like, well, I didn't get it, but I'm gonna just throw past this canvas. This one's done, and I'll go do another one. So, But man, I'd love to get that museum. One day. I've told my wife though, because she talks about it. She's like, "Oh, we can do that sometime. We'll save up. We'll go to Europe and we'll go." And I'm like, "No, we're not going to go to Europe. We would go to the Van Gogh Museum." And she doesn't understand that. Like, I mean, she understands it. She has been to museums with me, but like, she doesn't go to museums with me very often because she knows, even a museum like Philadelphia, because it's right around the corner from me, I've been to hundreds of times. And I still spend about 3.5, 4 hours. And I don't go through the whole museum. I usually will end up in, the Impressionist area. I hang out there for like 2 hours, 3 hours. And then I run upstairs and they have a little Zen garden. It's like a whole like Japanese tea house and Zen garden area. I'll relax up there for a little bit before I leave. They have a pretty cool armory too that I'll sometimes hit, but it's like I said, I'll hit the same things. I'm still doing it in 3-4 hours. I hit that Van Gogh museum. I guarantee you, I will have to go about 3 or 4 days in a row in order to feel like I actually got through it. So. That's cool. That'd be me. It's like I don't have time for that bullshit. I gotta. I have a friend who works for a local radio station here. He was actually just over in London for the Eagles were over there. All right, I guess it did, and the Philadelphia Eagles, and so they convinced the radio station to send everybody over that way. I couldn't convince that. No, I couldn't go to Spain because I've never been to Europe. It was this close. I'll have to explain that one in a second. But we were down in Clarewood. There's a Dolly Museum down there. And my father and I went down though for Philly spring training. I tried to get him, man. I tried to get him to go with me. He had the keys to the car, so I was like, I had to go with him wherever he went. It's this close. I almost had him. But he knows what it's like going to museums with me too, so he won't do it. Now, like I said, I almost got over to Europe. I had plans to go right after graduating college back in 2000. But my oldest daughter technically ended up canceling those plans. See, my ex-wife and I, now she was born before we got married, but, things were never great between us after. Yeah, well, we weren't great when we were together either, but things got a lot more contentious afterwards. Well, she had a situation going on, and my daughter did live with her at the time, and I had been saving up money, waiting tables. I had something like $3,000 set to go for just to spend while I was. My intention was to go to Arles and just paint down there for like 3-4 weeks. And it's all set to go, man. I was set, and yeah. Well, now she knows. She was a surprise. She knows that. I was 18 years old, man. She knows. There's no way to play that one around. She can do math. She's 22 now. Yeah. I'll never say she's a mistake. That's not true. If anything, she was the legitimately ended up saving me, but more than once because of herself. Because I didn't get to go to Europe because of this. My ex had a situation going on with a boyfriend that she was in the process of they were breaking up. Exactly. She's a happy little accident, happy little trees. So she ended up going through something, and she ended up taking, like, she showed up at my house, literally, like, I'm coming over. Showed up, went like this with my daughter, turned around, walked away. She had herself committed, which, to be honest with you, I think was all bullshit. That's a whole other stretch, and I won't go into that. I have my own theories, but anyway. So because of this, this was about a week before I had to graduate. So, plans are canceled for Europe, you know. And I had to quick find daycare. Had to quick run into, like, you know, all these arrangements, trying to do all this stuff. Because I also still had, you know, a week's worth of classes. You know, they may have been bullshit classes left to go, but I still had to do them. I had won an award. I had to go to the award ceremony. I had to go to my graduation ceremony, all that fun shit. And, so we had to find all these quick arrangements to handle all this stuff. So it's money at the door. And, you know, but the funny, weird point of that is because I ended up stuck in the area, one night, another friend was, quite honestly, bothering the hell out of me on my phone. And I was like, I got to get away from this kid, dude. He's killing me. He's freaking me out. And so I called another friend, said, me and him were the only ones above 21 at the time. I said, dude, we're going out tonight. I'm your wingman, whatever the hell you want to hit on. I'll hit on the fattest, ugliest chick next to her if I have to, whatever I have to do. We're there at the club, and my buddy goes, yeah, we're talking about who he wants to hit on, and I get a tap on the back of my shoulder. Is your name Brian? And this girl I've never seen before. I have no idea who this is. And I said, yeah. She goes, what's your last name? I said, Coates. She says, okay, and wanders away all drunk. I'm like, who the fuck was that? And my buddy's like, I don't know. I was like, well, we gotta go find out what the fuck this was about. So we start walking over there, and as we're walking, we start to recognize some of the other people she's with. One of which was a woman named Heather, and that woman is my wife. Now. So I legitimately owe my daughter for meeting my wife. Because if this had all gone to my original plans, my ass had been in France. And I never would have done that. So it's like, oh, wow, that's fucked up. It's funny too, because I had to break away from her after we were talking for a little bit, because I was like, oh my god, I really like this chick. And I told him I wasn't planning on hitting on anybody, so I got to tell my buddy, I'm taking point now. So it's like, I don't think it was to fake motherhood. Alright, again, this is speculation on my part, but when we were together, she had faked more than one mental illness to get out of blame for things. She had cheated on me more than once when we were together, and one time it was this, one time it was that. I don't want to go into all that shit, but and so my belief is the dude was breaking up with her because he had moved to California. She had wanted to move with him, and I told him, you could go. Alexis would have to stay in the state, though, because I wasn't going to give up my daughter. I wasn't going to be able to, you know. I had a hard enough time being a part-time dad. So I think she was pulling a trying to make the guy feel bad situation. Like, look, you broke up with me and now I'm cuckoo. That's been my belief for a long time. You know, she had herself self-committed, and they released her like a few days later, and I ended up keeping my daughter, though. In fact, we ended up in a very contentious, after my wife and I moved in together, we ended up in a very contentious custody battle. And she, but again, it was kind of, I'll say this, it was near a breakup that she had just had, and I think she was looking to have the kids as an oh, poor me thing again to people. And she said some nasty things about my wife and all sorts of fun things, and then she wonders why we've never gotten back to being friendly like we were. It's a whole other thing. I actually have to run in real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta give my kids some goodnight kisses. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Hold on one sec. Transition that. Oh, I gotta stop this way. Hold on. Here we go. Pause that. Anyways. Yeah, it was a unique experience. And unfortunately, it's plagued my daughter for a long time because we, there were, like I said, there were some things that were said by my ex, like in the court documents and stuff. And some of the, where, potentially damaging. If they were all garbage, I say that very clearly, because at the time I was actually out of work, and so I know like literally everything that happened between my daughter and my wife, because I was legitimately there all the time. There was literally nowhere for me to go, and so my ex was saying things that I was like, yeah, that's not true at all, because I was there. And sometimes she was saying things that, oh, my wife said this thing at this time on this date, and I was like, yeah, she was, before I started working for the Phillies, my wife had worked at the Phillies. And it's like, she was at the Phillies that night. You can literally pull up, here's a game, which if there's a game, she was likely going to be there. At that time, if there was a game, she had about a 90% chance of being there. There might be 1 or 2 games in a 10-game homestand that she would not be at. But almost every one of them she was at, because her bosses liked her and she wanted the hours. So, yeah, that's not true. It was like, I had to literally just sit there sometimes in these depositions, like, yeah, she couldn't have said that. Here's her schedule, she wasn't there. You know. Well, my client clearly heard someone dropping the F-bomb in the background. Yeah, because I was at home looking for jobs and watching TV. Anyway. But because of it, we felt the need to protect ourselves and protect my wife from being able to be tossed in the muck like that. That the only way to do things safely was we actually had to distance my daughter and my wife. So, like, anything that was done in the house, if homework had to be checked, unless it was required, like when I had to start working 2 jobs to make ends meet. If it could be avoided, my wife did not check homework or anything like that. If we could get around it some way, shape, or form, that's what we did. And it sucked. And a few years later, actually, right as she was about to finish up high school, it really started to hit my daughter. I guess it was like she started to feel like she let out all this stuff about, the house and Heather, and she feels like there's little things, and they were things I know, unfortunately, again, that I can tell you from the sound of them, that her mother was in her ear at the time, telling her, like, oh, well, I want to do this thing, but because of Heather. And it was like, dude, it sucked. It really did suck. And I had to explain to my daughter, I had to, like, sit her down one time. I was like, look, one of the big things at the time was that my ex kept pushing to have a joint graduation party. And when my daughter was about to graduate high school, we could save money and we could go in it together. Having once been married to this woman, I know that when we did joint things, my extended family, my cousins and anything like that, got pushed over there, kind of thing. Whereas her cousins were like, oh, they're like my brothers and sisters. So I was like, yeah, we're not going to do that. And additionally, for me personally, look, I'll say it pretty openly. I said it to her. I said it to my daughter. So it's not like I'm spreading out something new. She was like, we can't do these things because Heather is, can't be, it doesn't like mommy. It's like, no. Child, here's the reality. We don't do these things because I don't like your mother. I was like, I won't tell you why. I won't go into any of the details with you unless you want to know them, because they're pretty disgusting. I mean, there's stuff kids don't want to hear about their parents usually. I'm like, but I'll tell you if you want to know. I said, your mother fucked with me for a long time when we were together. And when I finally had enough of this shit, is when we ended up splitting up. Because that's when she wanted a divorce, was I was not taking this shit anymore. And it wasn't like the, is it Grease 2? Not gonna take no shit, No, it's Grease 1. It's in the Grease 1. Never mind. Quoting that awful thing, but anyway. Boy, sure glad you didn't take no shit from her. Need more paint. Anyway, so that's that mess. When I think of heaven, deliver me in a black-winged bird. I think of flying down in the sea of fins and feathers, and all the assurance of faith and sex and God in the belly of a black-winged bird. Don't try to bleed me, 'cause I've been here before and I deserve a little more. I belong in the service of the Queen. I belong anywhere but in between. She's been Mama, 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 why am I so alone? I can't go outside, I'm scared I might not make it home. But I'm alive, but I'm sinking in. If there's anyone at your place, why don't you invite me in? Don't try to bleed me, 'cause I've been here before and I deserve a little more. I belong in the service of the Queen. Anywhere but in between. She's been lying, I've been sinking. I am Rain King. After all the dreaming, I'll come home again. When I think of heaven, deliver me in a black-winged bird. I think of dying down in this field of pains and heart of God in the belly of a black-winged bird. Don't try to bleed me, 'cause I've been here before and I deserve a little more. I belong in the service of the Queen. I belong anywhere but in between. She's been lying. I am the Rain King. I say I am the Rain King. I. I'm going quiet again. That's alright. What's the night so far? So keeping positives. You know I did it, it's over and I feel fine. Nothing you could say is gonna change my mind. Made it and I waited the longest night. I went down when I fell so fast. That was a good one. Oopie, I lost one. I got so close to 200 again on Instagram. Back down to 198. Thought I'd pick up like a Pitbull fan club or two here. I guess it's like maybe I'm dick teasing a little bit. I don't know. Like, got some people after I'd done the painting of my cat. I guess once they realize I don't paint just cats, or I don't paint just dogs, or, you know, I don't paint just animals. You know. I paints everything. Okay. Let's see what else could happen. I think I like things to talk about. It's like fun. To those in the Philly area, let's see here. The our lovely Gritty, since the Flyers suck, we can talk about Gritty. He was at apparently not just there was a big Preston Stevie mass wedding today, I believe it was today. I haven't been able to listen to radio a very long time, but I know it's the Camp Out for Hunger. I know they were looking at that, and I've seen some photos from Nick McElwain regarding it, so I believe that was today. Might have been yesterday. But either way, Gritty and the Fanatic were there, and that was awesome. So congratulations to all those couples, and Gritty, welcome to this, you know, you're official now, I think. But, Gritty was also at another wedding, too, apparently. I'm like, dude, this thing's taken off. Thank God. It's something to be proud about from the Flyers. Buddy and I were talking about how bad they are, and I was like, thank God I fell in love with Gritty eventually. I mean, it didn't take that long for me. But it's like, they're so bad right now. Somebody posted today, though, the White House released the photos of their Christmas decorations, which are a bunch of terrifying-looking red trees in the one hallway. Honestly, it's bizarre. Second year in a row now, it's been bizarre. But the somebody took that photo and they photoshopped them to be a little more orange, and all of them have Gritty's head on them now. It is by far one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And another lovely bit of it was, as I was talking about it with a friend of mine, I was like, oh man, now I can't wait for the Gritty nativity scenes. I went, oh my God, I want Gritty nativity scenes now. Not Gritty scenes. I don't know how to say it. Gritty, whatever. But Jesus Christ, this would be great. Somebody better fucking do it. Don't make me break out Photoshop. I'm not that good at it. Please, God, don't make me break it out. I'll do it if I have to. Don't make me do it. I'm not somebody who goes gaga over people, celebrities and stuff like that. I have bizarrely gifted enough? I don't know. Like to meet a number of celebrities. Connections with the NMR around here. Got to meet local celebrities but also, Chris Parker fans at one time. I did. Kevin Smith was met a couple of times. I had a ton of baseball players on top of the press elevator at the Phillies. That would do like kind of big charity football games or whatever. I'd meet a couple of football players there. Not that I was a big football fan at the time, but anyway. But I've met a number of people like that throughout my life, and I never really go gaga over them. It's like, okay, cool, you're a person. I'm a person too. I appreciate your work, And on occasion, I very rarely ask for autographs, but on occasion I would. 9 times out of 10, I just want to shake your hand and tell you I like your stuff. But I mean, there's one or two. I'll go gaga over when I met Jim Lee. I was like, oh my god, I met Jim Lee. All right. Yeah. A lot of times it falls under artist categories, or I never got to meet him. I was very close to meeting him. He was on the phone. I didn't want to bother him. It was Roy Halladay was one. I legit turned to my dad and was like, dude, if I end up in prison with Roy, I'd totally be his bitch. I'd just be like, here we go. Let's go, Roy. You ain't spending these 2 years, or whatever, how many years we're going to be here. You're not going to be penned up, buddy. I got a purty mouth. Anyway, sorry. That's such a horrible. But he would be fall under man crush territory. I'd probably get this way if I met Tyson, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Not my buddy Doug. I'd met him. He's alright. If I met Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'd probably be like, oh my god, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Fucking A. But I actually did kind of get not again, didn't meet them per se. I don't think you meet a museum. But the official Van Gogh Facebook liked 2 or 3 comments I had put on the page over a course of a year. But every time I have oh my god, look the Van Gogh, I'd show it to my wife. I'm like, look the Van Gogh museum, my picture, the thing I said in their picture. That's just stupid, and I'm stupid. Trying to think what else it is. Just trying to fill time. I did get that way when I met Darren Dalton, I'll say that. It wasn't long after he had been diagnosed, so it was everybody kind of knew he had brain cancer. And it was but he was there for alumni weekend, got in the elevator, gave him a fist bump. I was like, oh my god, I'm at Dutch. Holy shit, I'm at Dutch. I was me and Steve Carlson too. That was another good one. That was a good one. I'm trying to think of anybody else like that I was really super stoked to meet.
again, I wasn't like, I can't say I didn't go Gaga. Like I said, it was just kind of like a cool thing. I'll say when I met Chris Tucker, that was really neat. It wasn't like it was, again, it was like kind of like, hey Chris, and you know, I got a quick picture because he was literally like leaving from the radio station. I just had an interview with him, and he was like super fucking cool. He like, I mean, he'd come in, I guess, because this was like when he was super popular at the time. He was still like, you know, on the rush hour kick, and he, I think he was doing a comedy show at like one of the local comedy clubs or casinos or something, or I guess casinos weren't at the time. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think there were casinos in Philly yet. So it must have been doing a show somewhere. But he came in and legitimately just by himself, you know. And I've been there a number of times where I've seen like, you know, this person, that person comes in with maybe a small entourage or something. But you're thinking again, like this was Chris Tucker, who at a time when, you know, he's as big as it get, and you felt like, I guess the public persona, granted, it was always so over the top that you assumed there would be like an entourage of like 30 people. It's Chris by himself. All day, yeah. And he took pictures with literally every single person that was there. I think the President Steve show has a lot of visitors that come in. They get more now because they have a bigger studio. But back then it was a small studio. But he took pictures with all the interns and you know, anybody asked for it. Yeah, sure, I'll take a picture. It's like it's somewhere lost in the archives, I'm sure, at this point now. Actually, I think it got lost in my computer. My old computer did that. But if I could ever resurrect my old MySpace page, I could prove it. But he was a cool guy. I got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice which comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Why's your mentality stuck up to reality? But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. I got you under my skin. Fucking delay it, so I got the tracker on my phone here, and I'm looking at there's a big ass delay. I didn't realize it was that long. God, I've been dropping pixels and shit, am I? Because the last time this happened, I was like, oh, that's told me any errors. All right, no drop frames. Okay. All right. What might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Why not use your mentality? Step up, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yeah, I've got you
Yep. Let's see. Let's go. You're relatively new, so. Yeah, I'll be little if you're on here a little more often. Whatever, if you're still here, whatever. I do so hope that you stop by again. I think you're here. It looks like there's only 2 viewers, and I think they're both me. My 2 monitor. New kisses, baby. Roll me in designer sheets. I'll never get enough. Let's see. I don't remember what they do. Digital drawing. Let's see. Paint guys painting. Ooh, this is looking good. Looking good. Alright, alright. Boom, boom. Now, if we have viewers, I'll raid. If not, I'll just throw in a paper towel. Look at my own hands this way. Don't play with kobolds, kids. I don't speak French. I just said no nonsense now. Lost where I am in this song right now. Trying to ruin Blondie for my sister too. So she told me I was ruining all these songs, so I was singing along with them. So I was painting my mother's house the other day. Just painting one room. Been working on this fucking room for goddamn 2 full weekends so far, and I got at least another day in there this weekend, hopefully. Just will not die. Like, oh, come on, I just want to be done with it. Oh. Call me! I'm going to bring up the blue a little more, get this lighter blue. It's the same sky tone, but I think it'll work. I mean, we're going to put in some violets in here, too. Violet? You're turning violet! So this would be like that color tone change in the waves right up here. Violet? You're turning violet. Rose me in the fashion thing. Now again, there's waves too that I'm not getting in right now. I'm going to probably wait on those. Like there's a little... I'm going to do it this way. Like the breaker right there. Doesn't really arch up anywhere else, right? Yeah, no, it's sort of just breaking right there. My youngest daughter has been fascinated. We ordered some of those Philips Hue lights. I work with the Dot over there. We have a show in my... it's normally in the dining room area, but right now it's in the living room because we have too many Christmas decorations in the dining room. Like in the... where we normally sit. We do a lot of Christmas decorations.
I don't know if I should share that on my Instagram. I focus my Instagram entirely on my artwork. So it's usually just shots in my studio. You know, it's usually nothing like. I'm trying to think of anything I actually like. I've shown that's been personal. Showed my photo of my daughter and I when we were dressed up for Halloween. Primarily because, look, I had to cancel an episode of this that night. And I was like, well, might as well show people why. I think I did a video on here. I've never shared it to my YouTube channel. I just put it on here. It's pointless and silly. Yeah, definitely elevate that a little bit. I'm just going to throw a little white up in this area here. We're going to dim it in eventually. It's too white there. That's like a cracker white. You know? That's like me when I take off my shirt in the summer. White. Like I can't have that. That's not what I want. You know you're pasty as shit when your own wife's like, put your shirt back on! I don't want to see that shit. So it's like I'm doing the opposite of what I did up here, like in a weird way. It's like, okay, well I put more blues into darken the tone there. Now I'm putting in these whites to kind of add weird little offsets. Like that's what I took grab from that one since it kind of tainted a little bit. That's the taint. Polly wants a cracker. You should get off her first. Think she wants some water to put out the blowtorch. It's me and the seed. Let me clip dirty wings. Let me take a ride. Cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Got some rope. I'm told. Promise you a habit true. Let me take a ride. Cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Polly wants a cracker. Maybe she'll get off her. Oh, sorry. Ask me to untie her. She should be a nice fool. This is me. Habit seed. Let me clip dirty wings. Let me take a ride to cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Want some rope? I've been told. Promise you. I've been true. Want me take a ride to cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Polly says. Polly says her back hurts. She's just as bored as me. She caught me off my guard. Amazes me the will of instinct. Listen to me, let me say, let me clip dirty wigs. Let me take a ride to cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Got some rope? I've been told. Promise you, have it true. Want me take a ride? Cut yourself. Want some help? Please myself. back-to-back Nirvana. Huh? I see how you're playing it here. Amazon Music. Even up to my neck and cut your dictionary flies. I take pride as the king of literature. I'm very ape and very nice. Ground into the sky. Now I think we got a little more stronger white tones down here a little bit. Just a few. Just to make it like, okay, look, I got these little ones up there, and then it's like bigger ones down this way. And again, we're going to be throwing in some violets in that, because I really do think that'll look nice. Change. All I want to do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You will let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. All I want to do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You will let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. Do this to thank you. Not all day. All I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. All I wanna do is to thank you. You let me change lanes while I was in my car. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. This is obviously not dedicated to the person that sideswiped my wife yesterday. Broadcasted live, and we want all the monkeys can't eat her. Yeah. Let's do is to thank you. Even though I don't know who you are. Oh, let me change lanes. While I was driving in my car, I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. I wanna thank you, whoever you are. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are. I don't think I'm going to be very successful in getting these wave tones down. Do me, baby. It's gonna mix in a lot, so it's like, do me, baby. I'd stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny, but you're making money, see? See, yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I'll drink up all the Hennessy you got in yourself, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty. Pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I'd like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangsta Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I dip all your crackers and your licorice. Hey, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. I'm not skinny. I'm even getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom, I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the girls' pants, and I even got my own dance. There is a bit of funny, at least to me, funny karma in the fact that when, like I said, I found out Shock G and Humpty were the same person, I was stunned. I started looking up all sorts of like stuff about it, like, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way. This doesn't make any sense. My whole life would be a lie otherwise. And it turns out my whole life was a lie. But one of the things that he said is that apparently, especially when he was touring and people would find out that Humpty Hump was non-existent. And then speaking specifically of groupies, and even on occasion, I think he said still, with groupies, they ask him to wear the glasses while they're banging. That's fun. I don't give a shit who you are. I will steal right now from Larry the Cable. I don't care who you are, that's funny right there. Like, that's legitimately hilarious. It's like, that's what you get from making up a fake character who's so fucking entertaining. Look at the bass groove right here. Yeah. And I told you all a bit about myself. Let me tell you a little bit about this dance. It's real easy to do. Check it out. First you limp to the sound like your leg was broken, shaking and twitching kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a commotion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down. when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, jig around, shaking your rump, and when the do the trump puts a finger like a stump, tell him step off. I'm doing the hump. To the Humpty Hump, to the Humpty Hump, so baby. Humpty Hump, I do the Humpty Hump. Black people, do the Humpty Hump, do the Humpty Hump. White people, I do the Humpty Hump, I do the Humpty Hump. Puerto Ricans, on the Humpty Hump. Samoans. Let's get stupid. I do the Humpty Hump. 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 Do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Get down. Yeah, yeah, sexy baby. Once again, the underground is in the house. I'd like to send a shout out to the whole world. Keep on doing the Humpty dance. And to all the ladies, peace and humptiness forever. I don't know, I think I've shared this story on here before, but when my wife and I were dating, I was waiting tables at the time. And so as is the waiter's life, you know, you don't get out of, you know, get done work until your restaurant closes. So it's 10 o'clock. By the time you get done, yeah, by the time the restaurant closed, and then you had to clean up, do all your side work, all that horse shit. So a lot of times my wife would go out with her friends, my one buddy, Davin. Oh, that's a good one. And they'd go to a club, and I'd meet him there later. Well, I had a number of times. My wife's favorite club for a while was a place called it was called Polyesters. But on the top floor was technically a third club. It was weird. It was Polyester or something else. And the top floor was called the Culture Club, and that was my wife's favorite spot. It was the '80s like area, and I swear to God, it was like every time I had to meet them there, like every single fucking time, I'd pull up, I'd get into the club, I'd go get a drink, and I'd go try to find them, and it seemed like every fucking time that I'd start moving to find them, the Humpty Dance would be on. It was like it was uncanny to the point where I was like, I almost wanted to like find the DJ and be like, do I know you? Did you see me come in? Like, because I loved that song for years to a stupid level. My friends all know it. Like my friend Max, oh, her name's Dawn. When she got married, a number of years ago now, but when she got married, like she made sure that was at her wedding because of me, just to make sure it came on because I was there. So like it's the song and I are like that, you know. People do not separate them, and it was really funny to me. That, I mean, it wasn't. I can't say it was every time. But damn near it was close. And I got witnesses that can back that up. I just like to scare the hell out of her too, because I would pull up, like I would always end up like coming in behind her. Alright. The other weird thing was it was like she seriously could not actually hide from me in the club if she wanted to. Like I could always seem to like. Once I was like, okay, I got my drink. I'm looking for my girlfriend. It was like, oh, there she is. Like it was, and the place would be jam packed, and I was like, if I come from over here, and like I said, I always seem to sneak up behind her. That's why I just come grab her by the waist and start dancing. And she'd turn around like ready to smack because she's thinking some random dude just grabbed her, you know? because there's no point sending a text message or anything like, "Hey, I'll be there soon," because this is back, you know. Cell phones were flips. You know. Not everybody had their phones out the whole time. I'm heading down the Atlanta highway. Looking for the love.
Oh, that was off. Ooh. Oh, that was bad. Ugh.
Got me across. Yeah, we got some cobalt still in there. I'll take that. Just need a little bit. There we go. I got me a Chrysler. It's about 20, so hurry up and bring your jukebox money. There's a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby. Love Shack, baby. There we go. Here's how associated I was with Humpty Dance. This is actually legit. Like, as rough as things got, legitimately, even she would be like, "Oh, Humpty Dance song, I got like, yeah." Like my ex would even respect those things. Love Shack, baby. Love Shack, that's what it is. Especially because I think the voice is shit. Whatever, next to nothing cause it's hotter than oven. The whole shack shimmers. The whole shack shimmers. The whole shack shimmers when everybody's moving around and around and around and around. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving. Sliding outside just to get down. Funky little shack. It's there. The set sail. Woo! About 27 and bring your jukebox money. Legitimate question. I know this one is bigger. Is there anybody that can sing along to this song and not know the chorus? Like, can you legitimately just sing, "I got me a car and seats about 20, so hurry up and bring you"? You can't sing it like that. You can't, you know. You have to. "Seats about 20." What the fuck is going on? Unfortunately, like I said, I don't like it. Knock a little louder, sugar. I can't hear you. Louder, sugar. Bang. On the door. Door. On the door, baby. Your what? Tin roof. Rusty. Shut up. much time we got? We got about 15 minutes to go. This is about right.
I'm gonna attempt to just you.
That's much reason.
Oh, that's fine. That's something different. Mama, we all go to hell. Mama, we all go to hell. I'm writing this letter and wishing you well. Mama, we all go to hell. Mama, mama, we're all gonna die. Mama, we're all gonna die. Stop asking me questions. I'd hate to see you cry. Mama, we're all gonna die. And when we do, don't pray for us. After saying just straight us, say, have yourself, so we must. You go, and don't learn to me, my love. Mama, we're all full of lies. Mama, we're meant for the flies. And right now, they're building a coffin your size. Mama, we're all full of lies. My mother was the one who took my head into my bum. You should have raised a baby girl. I should have been a better son. I did well. I could have been a better son. When we do, don't give us. And then from saying to famous. Famous reason. Let you go. 'Cause I do ain't no son of mine. To come back to you. Just how much you go. Don't deserve me, my love. Mama, we're all gonna die. Mama, we're all gonna hell. What do you say? The smell. Mama, we're all go to hell. Try and get a good mixture in there. Might have put too much of that one. Mama, mama, mama. You took me, oh sweetheart. But the shit that I've done with this, I've got so gone. So. And I fall. The ashes say well. Tomorrow would I ashes through. This is a Neil Young song. This is for Neil.
Oh, that's my head. Sorry. Morning there on the hill. Why do I? They must have a heart of steel. Why do I? It's not how you look, but how you feel. Why do I? Oh, they must have a heart of steel. Why do I? Why do I keep fucking up? I can see you on the hill. Why do I? Comatose but walking still. Why do I? Flowing curves beneath your flowing gown. Why do I? Oh, only I can bring myself down. Why do I? Why do I keep fucking up? Women split and dogs that bite. Why do I? Oh, dogs that howl through the night. Why do I? Broken leashes all over the floor. Why do I? Keys left hanging in a swinging door. Why do I? Why do I keep fucking up? Really just throwing some notes in here now before tomorrow's stream. It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow because you see, first off, like, I'm totally feeling this right now. This is feeling really good. And that's a great sign. That if we're getting this far, like, I honestly was like, well, I might be able to start the water, but I probably won't get near finished it. I'm feeling pretty close to that finish point for the water. There's maybe a few more colors I might throw in there. But there's not a whole lot. Like, I'm thinking a green or two, a couple spots. A little chromium green, maybe. Just add a little depth to some spots. I think that'll work nicely. So I'm gonna put it out there just so I have like, what? Yeah, I should do this. It's getting right near that end point. Yeah. This should mix nicely in. And again, I just want it like, I'm putting it in pure, but I'm going to be smacking it around a little while. Making my bitch. You know? I'll have to go back in a little bit, I think. Maybe next time just add a little extra white to it, just to... Yeah, there we go. That's getting there. Just to give it a couple spots where it'll be like, oh, look, it's a little darker there. It's so relieving to know that you're leaving soon as you get paid. It's so relaxing to hear that you're asking wherever you get your way. It's so soothing to know that you sue me, starting to sound the same. I miss the comfort in being sad. I miss the comfort in being sad. I miss the comfort in being sad. Yeah. In a false witness, hope you're still with us. See if the flood I drown. Our favorite patient, display of patience, disease-covered pungent sound. She'll come back as fire, burn all the liars, leave a blanket of ash on the ground. I miss the comfort in being sad. I miss the comfort in being sad. I miss the comfort in being sad. Yeah. It's getting hot in here. So cobalt again. And again, I'm just mixing this a little bit in. I don't want this to. I want it to mix, on canvas. Give it some dark areas that are just nice and. That's out there, It's like way out on the horizon. Know that you're leaving as soon as you get paid. It's so relaxing to hear that you're asking whenever you get your way. And it's so soothing to know that you sue me, starting to sound the same. I miss the comfort in being sad. I miss the comfort in being sad. It's the comfort in being sad. Yeah. So my day tomorrow is going to start with me having to put on the spare tire on my Mazda. This one, stand for the lights on. I don't know where that. Alright, I think we end with Steve Lynch. It's a little happy with it. I can always love Steve Lynch. Have a seat and listen. Please don't say a thing. In matters of the heart, sometimes the truth will have a sting. Just don't take it personally. This is no attack. But we will never work because I'm white and you are also white. I only like black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls, the mocha girls, just blow me away. If you're a whitey, I want you to be in every fantasy. But if you're a whitey, say 90-90, you're just not the girl for me. Ooh. Oh, I hate vanilla ice cream. I like chocolate instead. I hope she likes the soul food with a little Wonder Bread. Or the jungle fever, 'cause that just isn't right. I am not a racist. Some of my best friends are white. I remember black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls and mocha girls, just blow me away. If you're a cracker, you better get blacker, or else you best get out. It is no mystery, see, I like a sister, see, that's all I'm Our wedding song will be ebony and ivory, and we'll sing Christmas carols round the old Kwanzaa tree. The color is not the issue here, it's dignity, it's class, it's all about our heart. Okay, it's partly about that ass. I just want to be some black girls, a brown girl, the cafe au lait, the caramel girls and mocha girls, just blow me away. If you're crunky, you're singing the wrong key, it's the honest truth. The skin that's just melanin, mustard and melanin, that is the fountain of you. Ooh. Miss Jefferson. Robert De Niro. David Bowie. To a certain extent. Ted Danson. Strom Thurmond. Strom Thurmond. Yeah. Alright, I think we're going to be cutting in on that little bit of madness. I only see 2 viewers listed, right, as of right now? Yeah, so it's probably both me, so I'm not going to bother doing a raid. I'll probably just go over and I'll click host maybe later for Pink Eye, if she's still painting. If you ever... Like I said, I'm not going to click official raid, but hey, if anybody's there, if you are, I'm just wrong about it, and it's not you guys, just me watching myself. Go over there, say hi to Pink Eye. Tell her the Menaceart Center. I sent you. She'll have no idea who that is. No. Yeah. But I think we did a good, Alright, I think we did good work tonight. I'm gonna baby this brush like my little tiny one. I think it's a good one. Feels pretty good. There's one little fray, but I think that's just because it's... Once you twist it, it'll go away. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm twisting the wrong way. And money too.
There's one little fray there. When you bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah. Alright, so I want to think about what's realistic for tomorrow. I mean, it'll be another 2.5 hour episode. So I'm thinking we obviously get this area. That's legit. I think we get the beach in. At least the flats on the beach. If I start doing some of the detailing, but I don't think we're going to finish it up. Good news is Sunday paintings are now longer. Walking Dead's on their mid-season break, and I'm not going back to it afterwards. I've been kicked around enough by that show. Fucked up with everything that was good about the comic at this point in time, and so I am done with that show. And so from here on out, Sundays will be probably 3-hour episodes almost. I'll be in at 7:30. I might try to cut it at 10 because I do have trouble sleeping, especially on Sundays. So I think by the end of Sunday, though, we will have our beach completed. And then we should be on the dog. You know? So we will be on Champ very shortly. This is going very well for my goals. In fact, it's going so well already that I'm terrified because I have no idea what to do next. I may have to end up relying on another self-portrait, which I don't like doing this time of year because it's, like I said, not a good time of year for me. But I am not really prepared for this. I expected this to take pretty much through the holiday. Keep in mind, as I said before, I started this year with a goal of only one painting per month as an average, and this is 14. We could be done 15, possibly 16 now at this point. If this continues to go at this rate, and if I could find something that I only have 2 small canvases here. That's all I got right now, and 1 small oval one to work off. So I think I can pull together 2 more canvases outside of that, and then I am out until I can figure out how to get some. I'm gonna have to hit the try to hit up Goodwill again, see if they have some canvases, like old paintings and shit that people don't want, and strip them. So I can get the stretchers for far cheaper than buying them online. So I guess that will be it for tonight. As I said, tomorrow's stream is at 8 o'clock again. It will be a very good one, I think. Everything's been going very, very well. And ta-ta! Let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else. Again, if anyone's interested, you can follow me on Instagram at Menaceart. You can follow me at Facebook. Brian Coates Paintings is the Facebook page. And my Society 6 store, society6.com/Menaceart, has new prints available of the Tree Roots with Moss that we just finished up. Trees by I-95 with storm clouds in the background, and the Zen Garden at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I put those ones up there. They're all brand new up there. Plus, there's still stuff from the House and Barn in West Grove. We've still got the Sueño de la Razón Produce Monstruous. Butchering that name, I know. And what else did I have up there? Oh, the view of ocean view from Wildwood. So all those are up there too, and then there's older stuff too. So that's everything, I think. Or you just go to twosocietystudios.com. There's original paintings up for sale there. I've got to update that. There's not been anything they put there for a while. And there's prints for the limited edition prints of View of Tulips. And you click the store button and it'll bring you to the Society 6 store too. Okay, that's everything. I'm done whoring myself out. Later. Like I said, if you're there, if there's actually a viewer or two,
Go see Pink Eye Boxing. Tell her Menaceart.